I can't hear. I'll be using my I can't hear anything. Wait. I can't hear you. Push doors away to test my mic. Boop, boop, yeah. Still can't hear. I think it's the same thing.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Awesome. So yeah, everyone, welcome to day 2 of the Fusion Tech Fest Hackathon. So yesterday we had our opening ceremony, and today we're having our first workshop. And today we have with us the winner from last year's hackathon.
It was the conversation there.
A winner is still a winner. A winner is still a winner. So second position from our last year's hackathon, that's Anif Olaiwola. So
Okay.
today is going to be sharing with us his story. Well, I have some questions lined up for you, but
Okay,
before
good.
we get into that, so like just tell us a bit about yourself, like your experience in the hackathon and any tips you might have for the people watching us today.
Okay, so I should speak generally now.
Yeah,
Like,
feel free.
I did not really prepare, but okay. So yeah, my name is Hadif. I'm a writer and a product manager, and yeah, that was like my role in the hackathon. So I did not like solo hack. So I wasn't like doing give credit to the team winning the whole second position thing. So my team consisted of I think one product manager, one designer. I think there were two. Then two developers or one carry take. So the hackathon, I think it was very challenging. I mean, due to the fact that we have only 7 days to conceptualize an idea, you have to design code, and you also have to chase everybody around to ensure that you guys actually like meet up with the deadline. So and I think one of like the greatest tips or like one of the greatest lessons I learned from the hackathon was I think the bedrock of any successful hackathon is your team. So I
Mm,
mean, after the whole GenZTechies hackathon, yeah, I tried participating in other hackathons which failed, and I was able to trace the whole like failures in hackathons just come from you not having like a good team. So whenever you want to like participate in a hackathon, it's very important to have like a great team. And okay, how do you like get a great team? I think for me, my team members were my friends. So well, we had this ongoing thing already. So like there was a synergy already. But then finding a great team, you need to find like good qualities in someone, knowing that oh okay, this person is dedicated, this person wants this set of people actually see the goal you guys are trying to achieve, and these people want to let you guys actually succeed. So even if unforeseen circumstances can come in a hackathon, maybe one of your team members is like they are having exams or they're getting very busy, but then a committed team member will know okay, we'll prioritize communication, prioritize making sure that okay, even if I can't get this done, communicate to the team, let them know how to handle it. So communication is also very, very key. Knowing this is what's going on, this is how we're going to do it, this how and stuff like that. Then another part is you building an MVP. So your idea, I mean, every hackathon, but everybody has ideas. You might have one big idea that oh, you want to build the next Facebook, or you want to build the next suite of software tools or whatever it is that's going to make life easy for people. I mean, looking at the tracks that you have on ground. But not everybody can build 5 features, 10 features in 7 days. Yeah. So that's why this whole building an MVP comes into place. So you have to ensure you build something. So your features need to have like this whole prioritization thing. So prioritize the core features that actually like bring out the vision of your app. Then you can just have like proof of concepts of other features you want to build in. But then just make sure you prioritize the main features, the core features of your app, so that okay, you can present that this is actually working, this is what we're working towards, and that. Then I think the final part is the presentation. So starting from like the first is having a great team, next is building an MVP, which is having like good core features, then final is the idea. If you have a great team, I said idea presentation. If you have a great team, you have a great idea, you build your core features and you don't present well, you are not going anywhere. So your presentation is like that guy that is between you and actually winning the prize. So you might see people who don't even have ideas as good as yours present well, and they're going to finish top over you just because of the whole having to present. So I think my tips for presentation is try to weave a story around whatever problem it is you're trying to solve. So we have different tracks here, which is hardware, ed tech, whatever. There is definitely a story, whether it's a story you resonate with personally or a story from maybe common things you've seen in your society, or even if it's a fictional story, right? It doesn't have to be a true life story. Just ensure you weave a story around the problem, present your solution, then also then I mean your pitch deck has to be like good, make it visually appealing. So your pitch deck has to address the problem, the solution, has to also address like the market you guys are trying to like build in. I mean, you cannot just have an idea and maybe doesn't like make money, except you are doing something for like social impact. So your idea has to like be worth using. Is it something investors can put in their money and know, okay, they're going to like get returns? Is it something that actually solves the problem? So your presentation should come from a place of trying to connect directly with the judges and present your ideas in a very clear manner. And and yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice hearing about you, and I like the points you gave. So that the emphasis on team diversity, it's very important. It's very important. Like having the right team is like the best
Yeah.
foundation you can have,
Yes.
as Hanif has explained to us. So creating your teams, I guess it's still you can still create team formation is still open. So make sure you have a front end, a back end, someone that is into design, and someone who is also a very good presenter. So you shouldn't like all of you shouldn't have the same skills in a team. So team diversity is also very important, and focus on building an MVP. I know it can be very tempting to try to like build out a fully fledged app in like how many days do we have? Like it's very taxing. So just focus on an MVP, highlight the key features and target that. And as Anif said, like your presentation is also very important. So make sure you have a good presenter, someone who is eloquent and can speak
Yeah.
freely. So that's also very, very important. Okay, so Anif, I have some few questions here for you. So I hope you're ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the first question I have for you is, so how did you hear about GenZTechies and CodeSpace?
You are you okay? Ask me like from the beginning.
Yeah, how do you hear about?
Well, I got to know about Jersey Techies from Twitter and CodeSpace in the same vein. But I've been with Jersey Techies since 2022. So
Wow, 20.
and yeah, and I got to know about them from this event. And like, I mean, most people and like Jersey Techies Hackfest was actually my first ever tech event I attended back then in 2022. It was also my first ever community. So yeah, GenZTechies has had like an impact in like my story since me getting into tech and all those. And for CodeSpace, I got to know about them last year, what Clinton was doing with them. And yeah, seeing like book communities come together, I was like, oh, okay, I think there's like a lot more to do, you guys. And yeah, I got to know. Yeah, yes, that's it.
Yeah, so you've been with us since the early days. That's very good. That's amazing. That's amazing. So next question I have here is what was the most challenging aspects of your hackathon experience?
Oh, more. The
There was
challenge.
a lot of challenges, but like
There were a lot of
what really stood out?
mm, there were lots of challenges. There were a lot. I think like maybe the biggest challenge had to be like, I mean, Nigeria is one challenge. So so a team member can come and be like, "Oh, I don't have lights or something," and then you guys will have to like work overtime. I mean, depending on how what your condition is, there will be lots of challenges that will come. I mean, oh, you guys have to like work overtime to meet up with the deadline. You guys have to. I mean, you guys have just like 1 or 2 days to conceptualize, one more day to like design, and the rest of the days to um to present and to put together your pitch deck and all that. So I think the fast-paced nature was one challenge. Another challenge was having to get the team together to make sure, oh, we deliver. But I mean, with a great team, I think they were able to like overcome that. So that's at the I think it's at Nigeria, the team, and the limited number of days. Yeah.
Okay. I like how you tag the first problem as Nigeria.
Because anything, maybe lights or no network or anything, unforeseen circumstances in this country.
True, true. I can relate to that. I can relate with that. Yeah, I also like I guess the deadline, the short time frame, it's what also adds to the excitement of the whole hackathon.
Yeah, it does. It does. You guys
Yeah,
have to like have long meetings and have to also ensure you
that ginger, that energy just
you're able to
just
task with
flowing.
everybody. Yeah. It,
True. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Also, what's your biggest takeaway, the biggest lesson you learned from participating in the last hackathon? Biggest lesson learned.
biggest lesson learned was teamwork makes the dream work. I mean,
Mm,
I don't think we could have won last year's hackathon without a great deal of teamwork and a great deal of dedication from certain team members having to like go extra miles in making things happen. So if you are the main key thing I learned was also if you are in a team, you ensure you teamwork also comes with sacrifices. If you want to make something work, there's no way. I'm sure during this hackathon, you definitely sacrifice something. Whether you sacrifice your sleep, sacrifice your peace of mind, sacrifice time. So teamwork comes with sacrifices, and also teamwork makes the dream work. Without your team, you're
awesome.
nothing. And yes, even though some people do solo, but then it comes with a teamwork of your mind and everything. But yes, teamwork makes the dream work for me.
I like that tagline. I also appreciate how your emphasis is on teamwork. So,
Yeah.
like that leads me to my next question. Like, how did you go about like forming your team? What was the process like? What was your strategy? But I know like a lot of
Hmm,
people are having issues of forming their
commenting.
teams.
Hmm.
Yeah. So how do you go about forming your dream team?
Hmm. Well, before for me, my team was a bit straightforward because I had a friend who is a dev and another who is very very dedicated. I had a friend who was a designer, same thing, and also like they also like had other people in their circle who could also contribute. So I think it's just I'm two devs and maybe one designer like that. But if you like you don't know anybody, maybe you don't have friends or whatever, it's either you decide, okay, you want to build your own team, then make a call out for people to come in, or you decide that okay, you want to offer yourself to a team and say, oh, I am I do this, I do that. Any team who wants me in should come in, and then you see if your ideas align with each other and all that. And one thing I'll say is if you see any red flag from the beginning with any of your team members, or you feel like this team might not actually like if you have like second thoughts on the team, you can easily just run away because because yes, a lot happens in hackathons whereby you are serious and some other team members are not serious. I mean, I've seen a lot. So if you are in a team, you see that these guys are not like giving the right energy that they are supposed to give. You can actually like just leave the team and just either move on to another team or try to find something else. But for me, building the team last hackathon was just easy with me just finding a friend and all that. And if another thing is, oh, you guys can even like just pull together if you've done one successful hackathon in the past with one team, can call them together. So with people you have experience with. So that's why another thing is it's good to like always network in the tech community. So if you have people you've interacted with, people you have experience with, it's much easier to form teams with them than someone you don't know from anywhere and you're like, if things go wrong, how can you solve
Mm,
things? Yeah.
okay, okay. I guess that's like a good tip for everyone. And for those who are yet to find teams, there's a team formation
Yes,
channel
of
on the
course.
Discord. So if you are in need of a team, hop onto the Discord, and yeah, we'll help you find a team. We'll help you find a team. Okay. So now, like now let's go into like how talking about how you like solving problems, how ideation and all that. So like
Mm,
for coming up with your idea, solving problems, ideation, like what strategies did you use? How do you go about that process?
okay, process of ideation. Well, I think for me, I wasn't even the owner of the idea. So it was a team member who had what did they call it? Who had a personal connection with the idea that brought it up, then presented it to the team. Then I took it on personally. I was like, okay, I think we can all resonate with this. Then we built a rental management system to help people find better homes, and which is a very prevalent idea here in Lagos, Nigeria, and all that. So ideation, I would say, as long as I'm not a solo hacker, you have a team, yeah, and different people in different teams have different ideas they want to build. So sometimes what works, what I think what works for me is let everybody bring in their ideas and submit it. Maybe from day one, everybody works on ideating. This person brings in their idea, person B pulls in their idea, person C pulls in their idea. Then also, then you go into research. How many people actually need this problem? I mean, not everything has to be turned into a startup. Some things can just be solved with one or two tools. So looking at, okay, does this idea actually solve problems on a large scale? I think the theme here, I mean, what GenZTechies wants you to build is something that actually affects people in the African space. So so before you can actually like lock down an idea. Okay, you have an idea to build this, or you've had this problem, and you think other people also have the problem, but you're not sure. So you go into research. How many people in Africa actually face this problem? If you see a significant number, okay, you're on the right track. Then next is, oh, how many people can maybe like afford the solution you are trying to provide? That's another milestone to think about. Then I think, okay, knowing the problem, people that can afford it, and how many people actually need it. So with that, you can decide that, okay, you want that, you can present the idea to your team. Then if you have your idea, someone else brings in their idea, and then you see that, okay, this person's idea actually makes sense. We can do it. Then you guys can pull ideas together. Then the team just contributes and says, oh, we are coming up with one solid idea that we want to build. Then yeah, that's how ideation works for me.
Mm, okay. That's good. So like research into market viability, potential customers, the real application of the idea. I
Yes.
hope
It's
the
just
people
that,
watching are taking
yeah, it's
notes.
just that you can't, you might not be able to like do surveys during like this short time. So
Mm.
research is key. Just research.
Do you mind sharing a specific instance of like in your last project, like how the research you conducted?
Okay, okay. So, well, I think like now it's very very easy to do research with how AI has come and made things easy. So I think I use them Copilot. So I would advise not to use any AI that does not have access to the internet. So like very cool scenario. If you have an idea that, oh, okay, you have a problem of getting to school faster, so you can just, and then you have an idea that, oh, you want to be in an app that connects school children and car owners who are also going to like the same direction. Then you can just go into like Copilot has access to the internet, or like Perplexity, and just type in there, what's the percentage of blah 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 of people who have this problem in Africa. So Copilot to definitely find something on the internet. It's not going to like hallucinate, or Perplexity won't hallucinate. They're going to bring your answer, and they're also going to bring links for you to read to see, okay, this is how this problem affects and that. Then you can also still ask that, oh, what's the market size? And is this market size actually growing? Ask the same question. Just put it in an AI tool. Copilot, Perplexity has access to the internet and that. So you don't have to really like stress yourself into reading research materials. It's easy now. There's AI for everybody.
Mm. Okay, okay. That's true. That's really true. Like with AI, like just type in a few prompts and you
Yeah,
have all the information you
exactly.
need. That's apart from ClassGPT, so which other tools or skills were essential in your projects?
Mm-mm. Well, okay, for me it was mostly like product management for me. Then depending on, I mean, your team, mainly they should say like your team a should just be like a combination of devs, a dev, a designer, and a product manager. So if one out of three of you has the skill of presenting, then that person will be your presenter. And if you guys can't present, just have one more person to do the presentation for you guys. So I mean teamwork, design, development, product management. Yes, they were very, very important.
So just having like a well-rounded set of skills.
Yes.
That's the bottom line of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So apart from the you said you had devs and products design and the presenter on your team. So is there any skill or any role that you wish that you had but you didn't get to have in your team during the last hackathon?
I was the presenter, I was the product manager, and I was like the lead then.
Oh,
So, but like, well, I think I was okay with like the skills I had, but then sometimes I usually just wish that I also knew like how to code. So some of the few hackathons I had don't have failed because of having one dev who will like deliver. So like people that are actually like solo hacking are one of the I salute them a lot. I mean I think the winner of the last hackathon was a solo hacker.
yes.
Designed, he developed. So I really envy people like that. so so yes, but I mean, even with whether you solo hack or you only have one skill, if you have a good team, you will not really feel like oh you're actually lacking in a particular skill and you just flow together.
Mm. Okay. That's good. So very important for everyone listening. Make sure you have a well-rounded set of teams, and if like our
Yes.
last year's winner, you have all the
You are
skills.
solo hacker.
All the best. All the best to you. All the best to you. Okay, so how did coming second place in the hackathon, like in what impact did that have in your like career in tech or like how you see yourself moving in tech in the future,
Okay.
long run?
Okay, are you saying what it has done or in the long run? I think I would like to say
Like
like
yeah, yeah.
what it
Okay,
did.
both.
What
Let's
it
look at both. Let's
did.
look at both.
Okay, so I mean coming second in the hackathon last year, I think it increased like the more people are connected with. So I mean when you are seen on the podium, you collect that placard, you definitely have people come with you connect with more people, and it made me I mean pursue like get to take product management seriously, and it's also made me participate in more hackathons. So I feel if you have one successful hackathon, I don't think it will be the end. You will definitely want to do more, and I feel like hackathons are one of the best places to be able to learn how to multitask, how to work under pressure. So everybody just work under pressure. You will work under pressure in a hackathon because there is pressure. So so I mean, it made me develop those skills of having to work under pressure, having to work in a team, having to also present and create a pitch deck. Creating a pitch deck it's not a walk in the park. It takes like a whole lot to research and put together those visuals and be able to like communicate to your audience. So yes, it built me throughout the whole of last year trying to find, even though sadly the hackathons I participated in last year, none came to pass. And it was because of my team. So that's why I keep hammering this that find a great team who's going to like help you. So then and the idea I had for that hackathon, and it also like made me look into it more. I want to be like, okay, I think maybe sometime in the closest future, definitely want to like build those ideas into startups. So yes, it will change your mind into like seeing how to solve problems, especially if you win and your problem is actually validated in front of a large audience. It's definitely like open your mind into those kind of opportunities. Yeah.
Mm. I like. I'm good that winning the hackathon had like a good impact
Yeah,
for
it
you.
did. It
That's
did.
that. That's amazing. So, what advice do you have to other people who maybe don't want to participate in this hackathon or other hackathons in the future?
My advice would change. Find a great team. Find a
Find a
great
great
team.
team.
Find a great team. Because your team is everything. Because even if, oh, how you know a great team is, even if this person does not cannot deliver, this other person will be like, let's get this done. That's why this whole agile product management thing is where you don't have like one particular leader. If this person can fill in for this person, do it. If you have to sacrifice this, do it. So my advice for everybody is have a great team. And if you can learn how to design, code, create a pitch they can present, become a solo hacker. More peace of mind for you. So yes, and also ensure you put in efforts when you are presenting, and look for loopholes in your idea. So that's another thing. Your idea might not be perfect. I mean, even if four of you in your team look at it in the same way, be like, this idea is good, this idea is good. I would say I mean, when you are ideating, try to find loopholes in the idea that you can defend, so that by the time you get into your presentation stage and you present it to the judges, when the judges now ask you a question, you cannot now defend your idea, and that will definitely like, reduce your marks. So you should strive to create an idea that you can cover maybe like 90% to like 100% of the loopholes. So whichever angle the judges try to attack you, you have an answer. So if they ask you, oh, how far can it scale? Can have questions like that. Or how do you hope to cater for people who are poor? I mean, you know that Africa is like, not everybody's well to do in Africa. So how will your idea be able to cater for people who might not be able to afford it and who are also facing the same problem? I mean, your problem might not be for only elites. If your problem is to solve problems for the middle class or like the lower class, and you're putting a pricing of 50K, where did you want to see the money? Yeah. So find loopholes in your idea
Mhm.
that you can actually like address them. And if you see that this loophole is unaddressable, you know that, oh, okay, I feel like this idea might not be able to take off, then this idea is not for the hackathon. Then pick something else. Yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
Okay. That's wonderful. So, Hanif, it's come to the end of the interview. So, thank you on behalf of the GenZTechies and CodeSpace team. Thank you for taking out time to share your wealth of experience to everyone here today. I guess the important thing from all you said is having a great team, focus on building an MVP, and presentation matters. So that's what I picked. So thank you for that. So any parting words from you?
I think I've said I
You
think
you
I've said
said
my
you
parting
said enough already.
word. But
You know,
yes. So I mean,
okay.
just the same thing. Teamwork makes the dream work. Try to find loopholes in your ideas that you can attack, and may the force be with you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Anif. Thank you so much.
Right. You're welcome.
Appreciate your time.
Okay. Thank you.
So all the best to you. Good luck.
Best to everyone in the hackathon.
Right. So now we'll be going into our Q&A session. So if you have any questions, you can drop that in the chat on YouTube. So if you have any questions, yeah, we're here to answer your questions. So if you have any questions regarding the hackathon, or if you have any questions for Hanif. Okay. Hanif, I have a question for you. Are you
Okay.
participating in this year's hackathon?
I know. I'm not participating. So I want to leave the money for you guys to win. So if I participate again, I can win again. so, so
Okay,
I'm giving the chance.
let's give others their chance as well.
Yeah,
That's good.
give you guys the chance to
That's good.
participate this year.
That's good. So it looks like we don't have any more questions. So we'll be ending this workshop session for today. So and if thank you once again for taking out time to be with us and share with the GenZTechies and CodeSpace community. So the next workshop will be tomorrow. So we'll be having sessions by some of our sponsors. So it starts same time tomorrow by 3 p.m. So you wouldn't want to miss that. So it's also going to be more enlightening, more interesting, and packed with a lot of fun. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and yeah, have a lovely rest of the day.
Right. Okay.